Mondays to Fridays, 7:05 a.m. for newspaper reviews, headlines, analysis, and comments on your urban lifestyle station. High Impact 102.1 FM.
Good morning and welcome to our Impact 102.1 FM. My name is Arugundade Timitokwe and it's time for our comprehensive newspaper review for today, Monday, 4th of May, 2026. Today we're going to take a deep dive into the front pages of the four major dailies that we normally take every day, and that is the Punch, the Daily Trust, the Guardian, and of course the Vanguard newspaper. And we're bringing you the biggest story shaping the nation and of course beyond. We'll be starting off with the Daily Trust newspaper. Major headline on the Daily Trust newspaper this morning says 2027 calculation shift as Obi Kwankwanso join NDC. 2027 calculation shifts as Obi Kwankwanso join NDC, and that story you can get on page 6 of the Daily Trust newspaper. And that seems to be all we'll be taking this morning on the Daily Trust newspaper. Moving on to Vanguard newspaper, we have quite a lot of story on the Vanguard newspaper. Major headline says INEC deadline, Obi Kwankwanso trigger mass defections, and we have quite a number of riders to this story. Obi Kwankwanso, others join Dixon's NDC brainstorm in Abuja. The second rider says why we left ADC, and this is coming from Obi. Third rider says you are a political nomad. Presidency mocks Obi. Moving on, we have APC closes sales of forms today. Same lawyer, two parties. Coalition demands INEC probe of APM and NDC. That is quite a lot of riders for that story. And the headline points to a growing political realignment ahead of the future elections. And according to the report, key political figures including Peter Obi and Rabiu Kwankwanso are influencing a wave of defections across party lines. And this story highlights movement of politicians into People's Democratic Party, that's the PDP, and other emerging coalitions. Internal crisis within parties, like almost all the parties right now are having internal crisis. Claims that the opposition alliance are strengthening ahead of future contests, and this also, there's a lot of criticism directed at Obi, with some political actors calling him political nomad and reflecting ongoing tensions in the Nigerian political space. It's a lot. It's actually a lot, and we are seeing INEC deadline pressure also in that story. That story is quite packed. We are seeing another key element here is the pressure on the Independent National Electoral Commission, that is the INEC, to act swiftly, particularly regarding party registrations and coalition approvals such as the APM and the ADC. And we are seeing a lot. The story is actually really packed. It's really packed, and you can read that story on page 5 of the Vanguard newspaper. Moving on, beneath that we have Delta, Okowa, Nwoko, Omoagege, Dafinon, others in rumble for APC Senate ticket. This is also on the political issues going on in the country, and we are seeing a lot of people going that are involved in competition for the Senate ticket, and showing that the ruling party is also dealing with some struggle with internal struggles. And then that story you can read on page 10 of the Vanguard newspaper. We have political sector power sector crisis. We're moving on to another sector. Band regime collapse. Discos miss delivery targets. Band regime collapses and Discos miss delivery targets. And that is on page 11 of the Vanguard newspaper, and it's a major story because distribution companies, those are the Discos, are reportedly failing to meet targets. The band regime system appears to be collapsing. That is the band A, B, C to whatever number they decide to stop, and it raises serious questions about the electricity stability and of course economic productivity. And that story you can read on page 11 of the Vanguard newspaper. Beside that, we have NGE Serap to Tinubu governors protect journalists, end insecurity and impunity. NGE Serap to Tinubu and also governors protect journalists, end insecurity and impunity. And that story is on page 22 of the Vanguard newspaper. Beside that, we have outrage over attacks on Nigerians in South Africa, and we have one writer to that story. Nigerian alert citizens of xenophobic protest today, and it's a major story. It's very concerning. But Nigerians are alerted that and has warned their citizens to remain cautious amid this xenophobic protest that is going on in South Africa. And that story is on page 21 and also on page 38 of the Vanguard newspaper. Beneath that, we have efficiency becomes the new growth frontal of access holding. Okay, that's on page 38. Right above the nameplate, we have Next Oil bad loans alt UBA, First Bank, Access Bank dividend payments as banking sector stability is strengthened. Next Oil bad loans alt UBA, First Bank, Access Bank dividend payments as bank sector stability is threatened. And you can read some of the story on the front page of the Vanguard newspaper and continue reading on page 6. And that's all I'll be taking this morning on the Vanguard newspaper. Before we move on to the remaining two papers, we'll be going on a quick break, and when we are back, we'll analyze those papers. The phone lines are open 090-7224-5018. You can always call us to share your thoughts on these stories or other stories that are actually affecting you one way or the other. Is it electricity issue? Is it the political tension? Is it anything? Is it power sector? Any issue? Is it the finance sector that is affecting you? You can always call us in to join the conversation, or you can text us via WhatsApp or SMS 090-7224-5018. I'll take that again, 090-7224-5018. And we're currently live on YouTube at impact 102.1 FM. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
Know about the multiverse.
This season, we are diving into the multiverse of May.
Because our awesomeness is going to be contained in one space.
So whatever alternate universe, reality, or dimension that exists, you can bet your last dime we are gonna be there, doing what we know how to do best, taking premium quality radio and serving it up to you. We know that you're at different stages in your life right now, facing different realities in life's journey. But we want you to know that we're with you each and every step of the way as you achieve your goals. So,
can you be strong? Disciplined. No matter how many times you get hit, can you get back up?
High Impact 1021 FM charges you to take courage as you embrace May magic. Stay with us and we won't let you down.
Don't let me down. Don't let me down.
Last year, we made it fun. But this year, we're making it bigger, better, and louder.
This year, blessing, money, testimony. Go to follow, you they go.
High Impact 102.1 FM.
Hey, High Impact!
Hi, how may I help you?
Which animal is the largest on Earth?
Good question. The blue whale is the largest animal on Earth. Don't even think it's the elephant.
Actually did. Thank you.
Now you know. You're welcome.
We don't set the standards. We are the standard. The frequency is 102.1.
Hey, High Impact.
Hi, how may I help you?
I need to know. I've been trying to catch this tiny rat in my room, but I just can't. Can rats really run faster than humans?
Yes, the average rat can run 18 kilometers per hour. This is a lot faster than humans who top out at about 12 kilometers per hour. However, traps are one of the most effective way to get rid of rats fast.
Thank you. I think that's what I'm getting right away.
You're welcome. Go get that rat.
Let's change your life with music, news, drama, sports, fashion, and entertainment. Let's change your life.
Why?
Because we are your urban lifestyle station. High Impact 102.1 FM.
Hello, High Impact.
Hello.
What is the smallest country in the world?
The Vatican City, with the population of 800 people, is the smallest country in the world.
Oh, thank you, High Impact.
You're welcome.
It beats for you, so listen close. Hear my thoughts in every note. Oh, oh. Make me your radio and turn me up when you feel low. This melody was meant for you. So sing along to my stereo.
We love you at High Impact Radio.
I only pray you'll never leave me behind.
Never leave me.
Because good music can be so hard to find.
So hard to find.
Secure the future.
At High Impact Studios, we serve a platter of excellent services. Want to know what we offer? Get into our world of impeccable delivery, from premium audio production, excellent voiceover artistry, to a versatile space for all kinds of photo and video shoots. Our quality event coverage and cinematography professionals will give you an excellent coverage of all your memorable events. Our OB van is available for live streaming all your outdoor productions. Enjoy the high impact effect. Contact us today on 0706 393 5694 or 0915 158 1881, or send a mail to info@high-impactstudios.com. High Impact Studios, the future.
Good morning once again, and welcome to our Impact 102.1 FM. And today is Monday, 4th of May 2026. We've been going through the newspaper, we've gone through the Daily Trust and the Vanguard newspaper for this morning's newspaper review. Now we'll be starting off with the Punch newspaper. Major headline on the Punch newspaper is almost the same with the other papers we've gone through. That is 2027, Obi Kwankwanso join NDC, demand litigation, free politics. And we have three writers to that story. Ex-Anambra governor warns against crisis after dumping ADC. Second writer says Kwankwanso mobilizes Kwankwanshian's structure, and the third writer says you are a serial defector. APC mocks OB, and their story is almost the same thing we've read on the Daily Trust newspaper and of course on the Vanguard newspaper. Is a major story about the defection to NDC by OB and Kwankwanso. We're seeing that a lot of other defectors are also moving from the party they left to the new party they just joined, and That story you can read on page 2 of the Punch newspaper. Right beside the nameplate, we have states FCT external debt nears 1 billion naira amid IFAC. States FCT external debt nears $1 billion amid IFAC, and that story is on page 31. And the last story we're taking this morning on the Punch newspaper says xenophobic 130 Nigerians sign up for South Africa's evacuation. This is a very sad story, having Africans fight themselves. Xenophobic is nothing that we should still be talking about this time. It shouldn't be something that should still be affecting us, but we are seeing 130 Nigerians signing up for South Africa evacuation. They want to leave the country. It's not something that I don't think they're happy living, but they don't have any choice, and that story is on page 8 of the Punch newspaper, and that's all we're taking this morning on the Punch newspaper. Moving on to the Guardian newspaper, major headline of the Guardian newspaper says opposition crumbles as Atiku takes Nigeria's crisis to global stage. It's a major story. Opposition crumbles as Atiku takes Nigeria's crisis to global stage, and this headline focuses on Atiku Abubakar, who is reportedly internationalizing Nigeria's economic and governance challenges. And this report suggests that we are seeing weakening opposition unity, efforts to gain global attention in Nigerian situation, and criticism of the federal government's handling of the economy. And it's a major story. We are saying that Atiku is also said to have criticized the government over declining foreign reserves despite high oil revenues, raising concerns about fiscal management. And that story you can read on page 6 of the Guardian newspaper. Moving on to another story, we have NAF strikes terrorist, destroys Abusu Aki's hideout in Castina. It's a very striking story, and it seems positive. NAF strikes terrorists, destroys Abasu Aki's hideout in Castina State, and that story is on news page 9 of the Guardian newspaper. Moving on to another one, we have World Press Freedom Day. SERAP, NGE, HHRC demand safety and justice for journalists, and hopefully we get all this because it's World Press Freedom Day, and that is on news page 5. Beneath that, we have Reps probe $4.6 billion HIV TB funds. Reps probes $4.6 billion HIV and tuberculosis funds, and that story is on news page 5 of the Guardian newspaper. We are seeing the House of Representatives are probing the alleged mismanagement of $4.6 billion meant for HIV and TB programs, and it's also raising serious accountability issues and concerns in the health sector. And like I said, that story is on news page 5. Moving on to another story, we have federal government summons South African envoy over xenophobic attacks amid concerns about rights infringements, and that story is on news page 5 of the Guardian newspaper. It's a major story. They are seeing a lot of attacks on other African counterparts that is in South Africa, and it's not something that anybody is happy to talk about. And I don't think, like I said earlier, I don't think it's something that we should still be facing as a continent. And that story is on news page 5 of the Guardian newspaper. Beneath that, we have Niger Correctional Center transport inmates to cut in tricycles amid vehicle breakdown, and that story is on Metro page 12 of the Guardian newspaper. Right above the name plates, we have Nestor barred loans, Alt UBA, First Bank, Access Bank dividend payments as banking sector stability is threatened. And this story, I think we saw it. Yeah, we saw it on the Vanguard newspaper. You can read some of the stories on the front page and move to page 37 of the Guardian newspaper. Right beneath the nameplate, we have Lagos workers demand 225,000 naira as NLC prepares for wage negotiation. Lagos workers demand for 225,000 as NLC prepares for wage negotiation. And that story is on news page 3 of the Guardian newspaper. Now, some of us, I don't think that 225,000 naira is something that they actually need to be talking about, because obviously if we get that amount, things are going to increase. It's the purchasing power that actually determines the value of the money, not you receiving high money and then you're not able to use the high money to do anything sustainable. But that story you can read on news page 3 of the Guardian newspaper. Beside that, we have presidential form. Labour Party sets 50 million ADC, 100 million per candidate. These are the prices that the parties are dropping for the candidacy of those posts, and that is for the presidential form. And Labour Party is setting for 50 million ADC, 100 million per candidate, and that is on news page 3. And the last story we're taking this morning on the Guardian newspaper says Atiku slams federal government over declining foreign reserves despite 5 trillion naira oil windfall. And I think we've talked about it at the beginning of the papers. Yes, and that story is on news page 3 of the Guardian newspaper. We have one more story on the Guardian newspaper, and it says extrajudicial killing, IGP assures arrest, prosecution of suspects. Yeah, the Nigerian police has assured Nigerians that suspects involved in the alleged extrajudicial killings will face prosecution, and this is coming amid growing public demand for accountability and police reform. If I did not watch the video, because there's a video circulating online. I did not watch the video. For some people that watched the video, they said the video is nothing to write home about. So hopefully the person gets justice and we get to see a better reform in the police industry, because there's a lot. We need a lot of accountability, and we need a better police reform in the country right now, because seeing police carry out extrajudicial killings is almost like just seeing jungle justice. But that story you can read on news page 8 of the Guardian newspaper. Like I said earlier, we're live on YouTube at impact 102.1 FM. If you are just joining us and you have missed the newspaper review for this morning, you can always watch a recap on the YouTube at impact 102.1 FM, and this is where we have to call it a day, because today's headlines, it was a lot. As little as it was actually a lot, because we're seeing a lot of political realignment and uncertainty. We are seeing economic pressure points, security challenges, and growing demand for accountability in all sectors of the country, from defections and party crisis to economic concerns and international tensions. Nigeria is clearly at a critical point that requires strong leadership and, of course, decisive action. And that's what we'll be taking this morning on the newspaper review for today. My name is Temitope Arugundade, and like I said, this is impact 102.1 FM. If you're just joining us, you just missed the newspaper review, but don't worry, watch a recap on YouTube at impact 102.1 FM, and I'm sure you're going to enjoy it, because we spoke a lot about a lot of things that's actually affecting us and are on the front pages of the of all the newspapers that we've taken this morning. But don't go anywhere, because this is where we're going to come to an end for this particular show. But by 8 o'clock,